simply say, praise Yahweh. Hallelujah. At this time, I ask that we all stand as we go into prayer. Abba Yahweh, we told you for the breath of life. We told you for health, strength. Abba Yahweh, continue to give us those things that we need in order to continue on in this lifetime. Abba Yahweh, help us not to fall victim to Shatan and his evil ways. Abba Yahweh, keep our minds set on you. Abba Yahweh, have us to love your truth, to love all of your ways. And Abba Yahweh, have us to hate those things that are not of you. Hate those evil things that are of Shatan. Abba Yahweh, help us to take great delight in this way of life. Take great delight in knowing your way and delight in all the things that you have done for your people, Israel. Abba Yahweh, continue to look over your nation. Abba Yahweh, unify your nation. Have us to be on a one like mind. Those that are truly seeking you, those that are sincere. Abba Yahweh, have us to follow you every step of the way of our lives. Abba Yahweh, be with the women, the men, the children. Help us, Yahweh, to work in our different gifts that you have given us. Help us to work the gifts in such a way that is beneficial to all in the nation of Israel. Abba Yahweh, Abba Yahweh, we told you for everything that you have done in our lives, all the blessings that you have given us. Abba Yahweh, we ask this day to continue, please, to forgive us of our sins. Forgive us of those things that we may have done that may have angered you. And Yahweh, we told you for your son, Yahshua HaMashiach, for if it wasn't for him, those sins would not be forgiven. So, Abba Yahweh, we told you because he gave up his life for Israel and the whole world, so we would have a chance at salvation. In Yahshua HaMashiach's name we pray. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. House of Israel, you may be seated. I say Shabbat Shalom, House of Israel. It is tough once again to be in the house of Almighty Yahweh. Yahweh is an awesome Elohim. I just want to stand and just proclaim that right now. Just to giving us an opportunity to see his way. Giving us an opportunity to be able to follow his way so we may be able to see salvation. This day I want to start my reading off in the wisdom of Sirach. And this is going to tie into my message this evening. And it's talking about how Yahweh made man and what he has done for man. And how man has no excuse. Because Yahweh laid down the rules, the commandments. He gives you everything that you need in order to make it. He gives you examples in his Torah for you to follow to make sure, okay, not to stray. So in that day of judgment, we are without an excuse. We cannot tell Abba Yahweh, I didn't know how to follow this way of life. I didn't know what you wanted of me. You can't say that because he is giving you what you need. He's not going to put you out there to fail, Israel. He puts you out there to succeed. Because if we listen to everything he says, you will not fail. You will make it to see salvation. But I'm going to go into that also later on to show you how he even talked with Father Adam and Mother Hawa and showed them, okay, you transgress, but I told you the command, you know, and you disobeyed. That's the reason why everything is going awry right now. Everything is falling apart right now because even to this day, Shatan is ruling this earth, and we, the nation of Israel, listening to Shatan, not following what Yahweh commands. You see it everywhere. We don't follow the Shabbat fully. We don't do his commandments fully. We deceive ourselves in our minds and say, okay, Yahweh, here, look over that. You know, if we sin, we say, okay, Yahweh said he's going to forgive us of our sins. So we continue in our ways. But Yahweh is not going to let that go. Yahweh sees all of that and he's taking notes. So we can't get by Abba Yahweh. We can only fall in line with Abba Yahweh and let him guide us. Hallelujah. And I take great pleasure in knowing that Abba Yahweh is guiding us, guiding me, all of us, Israel. Because as I go through this message this evening, you're going to see why we need Abba Yahweh. Because this thing is serious. This is no way of life to play with, to laugh, giggle about. This is serious. And Shatan, he's not playing. Shatan, he's going out to seek and destroy. Doesn't care who you are. So if you say you don't need Yahweh, yeah, Yahweh help you then. Because like I said, Shatan, he's taking over this world. You see, he's destroying everything in the world. And this is not just anything that's just going on. It's Shatan is behind this. But as I go through the message this evening, you will see Abba Yahweh is with us, and you will see he will not put you out to fail. Now, this is the wisdom of Sirach, and it talks about how he gave man free will. So it says, do not say Yahweh was responsible for my sinning, for he is never the cause of what he hates. Do not say it was he who led me astray, for he has no use for a sinner. Yahweh hates all that is foul, and no one who fears him will love it either. He himself made man in the beginning, and then left him free to make his own decisions. If you wish, you can keep the commandments. To behave faithfully is within your power. He has set fire and water before you. Put out your hand to whichever you prefer. Man has life and death before him. Whichever a man likes better will be given him. For vast is the wisdom of Yahweh. He is almighty and all-seeing. His eyes are on those who fear him. He notes every action of man, and he never commanded anyone to be unrighteous. He has given no one permission to sin. Hallelujah. See, he tells man, okay, I've given you everything you need. Do not stray away. Do not transgress, because if you do, that's not on him. Yahweh is taking the blame off of him, and he's told you everything that you need. So if you do go astray, if you do fall, then guess what? It's on you. So that's going to tie into the message this evening. So this evening, this message, I'm going to talk about why does the adversary try so hard to make you go off the path? Why did he try so hard to destroy Israel? And I want to go back to the beginning, because this is where it starts, the beginning. How Shatan went against Almighty Yahweh. And I want to start out in Revelations. Most of us know this, how Shatan was kicked out of the Shemaim. He felt like his pride kicked in. He felt like he wanted to take over. But I'm going to show you everything that happened behind it. Because in this Torah, it gives you bits and pieces of, things that happen throughout. But in the suppressed books, it also shows you, okay, what happened behind the scenes? Why did he do these things? Why did Shatan hate Israel like the way he does and just seeks to destroy everything in his path? Yah willing, hopefully you all will see after this message why Shatan and the adversary hates Israel so much. Let's go to Revelations. This is Revelation chapter 12. I'm going to start at verse 7. Revelations 12:7 said, there was war in the heavens. Michael and his Malachim fought against the dragon, and the dragon and his Malachim fought back. See, it was a war in heaven now. See, Shatan, I'm gonna go into it. He tried to get his people. He tried to plot behind Almighty Yahweh and get people on his side to try to take over. But with Yahweh, you're not gonna be able to take over Yahweh. I don't care who you are. That's the reason why we shouldn't fear. We shouldn't be in a state where, okay, we give up. We have Yahweh on our side. Yahweh on your side, you will not fail. Hallelujah. You will not lose, Israel. But that's what Shatan, he did that. He convinced others to be on his side, and then they started warring. And it says, but he was not strong enough, and they lost their place in the heaven. The great dragon was hurled down, that ancient serpent called the devil, or Shatan, who leads the whole world astray. He was hurled to the earth, and his Malachim with him. Now you see this, how he leads the whole world astray. I mean, different aspects, every different situation in life, you see how Shatan gets people to go astray. Any little thing with food, with the dietary law, with the name. I mean, he's put his hands into everything on this earth to try to get you to go off the path. That's why I said we need to stay in tune with Almighty Yahweh, because if we're not in tune with him, we could fall victim to what Shatan lays out. It says, then I heard a loud voice in the Shemaim say, now have come the salvation and the power and the kingdom of our Abba and the authority of his Messiah. It says, for the accuser of our brothers, who accuses them before our Abba day and night, has been hurled down. They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. They did not love their lives so much as to shrink from death. He had some up there that Shatan tried to sway, and they wasn't going for it. See, that's how we have to be. We have to know, okay, Shatan is evil. He's going to have a day that he's going to be burning in that lake of fire. And we give in to him, guess what? You're going to be laying there in that fire right along with him. This is something serious. This is nothing. This is not fairy tales. This is not something that's make-believe. This is real. So he even says in Hebrews that you, Israel, you are not the type of people that's going to shrink back and give up, lose faith, He said that is in you to give up. Let's go to Hebrews 10. So I don't quote that because Yahweh says he doesn't like when people lose faith in him. Hebrews 10, starting at verse 38, says, but my righteous one will live by faith. And if he shrinks back, I will not be pleased with him. See, don't give up. Times are going to be hard. Yeah, we all are going through hard times. You're going to go through different trials and tribulations. Yeah, this is not going to be an easy path. Yeah, Israel, this is a fight. You have to fight for this. This Torah, his way of life, this is not just, okay, I'm going to just be slack about it. I'm going to do it any kind of way. No, you have to fight for this because, like I said, Shatan is fighting to get you off the path. And if we're doing it any kind of way, guess what? Then Shatan's going to have his way over you. Now it says, but we are not of those who shrink back and are destroyed, but of those who believe and are saved. Do you believe, Israel?
Hallelujah.
That's what Yahweh wants. He wants you to believe in him, not even pray and then think, okay, I don't know if he's going to answer my prayers. No, know that he's going to answer when you pray. Don't get down on your knees and cry out to Yahweh and doubt. Can't doubt out Yahweh. You have to know he's going to do it. You have to know when we go through different trials and tribulations, he's going to bring you out of all of them. That's how we had to live this way of life, Israel. Yeah, it's hard. Things in the world weigh down on Israel, but Yahweh, he is the great Abba. He is the great Elohim, and he can do all things. So someone like that on your side, guess what? You can do all things too. So he knows that you can make it in this way of life. He put Yahshua HaMashiach out on this earth to show you that you can do that. That you can live on this earth, go through different situations in this earth, people coming at you, different things coming down on you, and still be able to do Yahweh's will. That's all we have to do, Israel. Just believe in Almighty Yahweh. Let's go back to Revelations. Chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, you heavens, and you who dwell in them, and you who dwell in them. So they, of course, they rejoice to get someone like that out of their midst. Someone in their midst is want to cause confusion, want to be deceitful, evil. That's time to rejoice when that is out. That even with you, Israel, if you have someone amongst you that just pure evil, that just you can't even be in their presence because you can feel the evil coming off of them. To get them out of your presence, that's reason to rejoice. Now, the day coming up that he has for Israel, being in the kingdom, no more of the adversary, no more having to deal with the people that are evil. That's a time that everyone is going to rejoice. Because guess what? At that point in time, no more evil at all. It's not coming back. It's going to be nothing but shalom. It's going to be nothing but everyone of one like mind. You're not going to have all this evil and wickedness in his kingdom. Now it says, but woe to the earth and to the sea, because the devil has come down to you. He is filled with fury because he knows that his time is short. See, the devil, Shatan, he's not playing. He's angry because he was kicked out onto this earth. And he knows, okay, it's only a short period of time where, okay, when that time is up, guess what? His time of wickedness and evil is done also. He's going to be in that lake of fire. So guess what? He's down here tearing everything up. He's down here want to, especially Israel, want to get you off the path. Because he know, okay, I ain't going to make it, but I'm going to bring as many people as possible with me. That you know people like that in the world. You know, they just can't stand you. They just evil themselves, but they try to bring you down with them. Yeah, you see that all the time. And yes, that's the spirit of Shatan. You know, but like I said, we need Yahweh because Shatan's fury is in this earth, if we want to believe it or not. So I mentioned, okay, yeah, it was war in the heavens, how they had to deal with that and how he was kicked out. I want to go to the suppressed books. I ain't going to say the lost books. Suppressed books. This is the book of Eden. I ain't going to tell you the chapter. I'm going to just read and then y'all can find it yourselves if you have it. Now, that's the book of Eden. And it says, Then the Malachim said unto Adam, You did hearken to Shatan, and did forsake the word of Yahweh, who created you. And you did believe that Shatan would fulfill all he had promised you. But now, O Adam, we will make known to thee what came upon us through him before his fall from the heaven. He gathered together his host and deceived them, promising them to give them a great kingdom, a divine nature, and other promises he had made them. Now, he promised you can't trust Shatan because he's the father of lies. So he's going to promise you all the glitz and glamour. I'm going to give you all these things. It says he was going to promise him a great kingdom. Didn't he do this to Yahshua HaMashiach? Took him up on a mountain high above all the city and said, I give you this, all the kingdoms of the earth, if you bow down and worship me. See, we have to watch how we are in this world. You have people each and every day, they give up their soul in order to gain what's in the world. You get in the music industry and the sports, whatever. They sell themselves so they can get what's out there in the world. You can't do that, Israel. The world is not going to last. These things, the glitz and glamour, all the technology, that's Shaitan trying to get you away from Almighty Yahweh. So don't get consumed with those things. You see, even with the cell phones, you see every day how people walking down the street just looking at their phone, not looking up, looking at the phone all day. People on their phone 24/7. See, Shaitan has people attention. If we enter all these technologies and doing all these things in the world, when do we have time for Almighty Yahweh? See, that's sad that these things in the world are getting more attention than Almighty Yahweh. And then a lot of people deceive themselves thinking Yahweh, okay, he's giving us these things. This is Almighty Yahweh's doing. No, Yahweh, see, what we have to consume ourselves in is his word, his Torah. You know, even the book, they transmit it into tablets. They transmit it into devices. Like Zakane always say, they can always shut those devices down. Then what do you have to look at? But a book, you can't shut down a book. You can't erase anything in a book. This Torah is always going to be there. So that's why Yahweh says, read scriptures each and every day of your lives. Do it, Israel, because this is your roadmap to salvation. This ain't just any ordinary book. This is the most important book on the face of the earth. And this is Yahweh's instructions to his people. Now, but like I said, that's how Shaitan, that's how he is. He's offering you different things of the world to entice you. He's a smooth talker. He tries to twist things that Almighty Yahweh says. You gotta watch how people are a smooth talker. They try to get slick with you, even with the preachers in the world. You know, people go to the churches. Oh, he sound good. I like the way he can did that sermon. Then you ask him, what did he say? What did you learn? Nothing. He just sounded good. But you gotta watch the smooth talkers because they try to twist the different things Yahweh is giving Israel. And it says his hosts believed that his word was true. So they yielded to him and renounced the honor of Yahweh. Just like that. He then sent for us, according to the orders in which we were, to come under his command and to hearken to his vain promise. But we would not, and we took not his advice. So this is the other Malachim. He trying to sway all he can up there to go against Almighty Yahweh. But they said, no, I'm not having that. So then after he had fought with Yahweh and had dealt forwardly with him, he gathered together his hosts and made war with him. And if it had not been for Yahweh's strength that was with us, we could not have prevailed against him to hurl him from the heavens. See, that's serious. Like I said, you be glad Yahweh is on your side, Israel. Don't go out. Don't go out thinking, okay, I have all the strength. I can do this on my own. It's going to be a rude awakening. Even the Malachim said, if it wasn't for Yahweh's strength, we would not have made it. See, that like I said, this is serious. This is nothing to play with. But we go each and every day in life just taking this as a joke. This way of life is not a joke. Yahweh opened your eyes for a reason. He knew that you will be able to make it. That you were above all other people worthy to see salvation. But when we take that for granted and just, excuse the expression, piss on Yahweh and just tell him I'm going to turn my back on him, Yahweh hates that. Yahweh is angry with that because he showed you this way and you turned your back on him. Do you all see this, Israel? Do you see how serious this is? Yahweh is not playing. So it says, but when he fell from among us, there was great joy in the heaven, like he just said in the Revelations, because of his going down from us. Listen to this. It says, for if he had continued in the heaven, nothing, not even one angel or malach would have remained in it. So see, if he had continued, see that spirit, you got to kill that spirit, because if it continues, it's going to keep spreading and spreading and get worse and worse. That's what it says. If they didn't prevail and kick them out of the heavens, it would have got worse and worse, and not one of them would remain. That's serious. Now, but with Yahweh wasn't having it. He got proud. He thought he was the man. He thought he would be able to be taken over Yahweh. That's how man is in the earth. Those men that rule this earth, their pride get in the way. They think they have all the power. They think they can just rule everything and just take over everything, and they can't be told anything. That's the spirit of Shatan. Now it says, but Yahweh and his Hasid drove him from among us to this dark earth, for he had become darkness itself and a worker of unrighteousness. And he has continued, O Adam, to make war against you until he beguiled you and made you come out of the garden to this strange land where all these trials have come to you. And death, which Yahweh brought upon him, he has also brought upon you, O Adam, because you did obey him and did transgress against Almighty Yahweh. See, that's the thing. We can't give in to Almighty. You can't give in to Shatan. Yahweh speaks first, then Shatan. Shatan comes behind and try to twist Yahweh's words, try to get you, okay, he didn't really mean that. This is what he really meant. But no, Like he said, Shema. Shema, the word of Yahweh. Listen to Yahweh. We have to obey him first and foremost. We can't give in to Shatan coming behind him and switching up what Yahweh's commands were. This says, then all the Malachim rejoiced and praised Yahweh and asked him not to destroy Adam this time, for his having sought to enter the garden. He was trying to get back in the garden, Israel, because he saw what he missed. All the things that he had, they were gone now. Everything as far as the light was in the garden, Yahshua HaMashiach, Yahweh, they were the lights. But all of a sudden, you had to deal with the different elements, the sun. He didn't know darkness. He didn't know a lot of things. Now he has to deal with those things. Now he's, as far as stressed out, because he know, okay, I lost that. And I want to get back in that. But the Malachim, they cried out to Yahweh. They said, bear with him until the fulfillment of the promise. And said, help him in this world until he was free of Shatan's hand. So Malachim, they cried out to Yahweh. Okay, he transgressed, yeah. But be with him throughout this earth, so Shatan don't take over him. See, you got the Malachim, even you all, Israel, they crowd the Almighty Yahweh, look over the people so you don't be destroyed by Shatan. It's not, okay, we transgress, yeah, all of sin and come short of the glory of Yahweh. But like I said, Yahweh has Hasi. He has mercy for you all. We have to be glad of that. Because like I said, we will all be destroyed because all of us have sinned. But Yahweh, he saw something in you. He gave you a second chance. So we had to take advantage of that. Now we'll go to about Shatan again. Because Shatan, he was a beautiful being at first. Yahweh made him. He gave him different jewels. He gave him a position in the heavens, but then all that pride kicked in. He thought he should be the man after all of that. So let's go into how it talks about how Shatan was in Ezekiel 28. All right, I'm not going to start in the beginning of Ezekiel 28. But you can look back in the beginning of Ezekiel 28 and it shows you, it makes a comparison with the kings of the earth. It shows you how the kings, they get pride. They think they are mighty ones. They think they can't be touched. They have all the wealth of the earth. But those things, the same thing is what Shatan did. Shatan did the same thing. So you can see who the people are following by what Shatan did in the heavens. And it says Ezekiel 28, starting at verse 12. It says, you were the model of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Edom, the garden of Yahweh. It says, every precious stone adorns you. Ruby, topaz, emerald, chrysolite, onyx, and jasper, sapphire, turquoise, and beryl. Your settings and mountains were made of gold. On the day you were created, they were prepared. You were anointed as a guardian cherub, for so I ordained you. You were on the Kodesh Mount of Yahweh. You walked among fiery stones, and you were blameless in your ways from the day you were created, till wickedness was found in you, iniquity. See that? He had everything that he needed. Yahweh provided him with different jewels and things, and still that pride kicked in. It's like, oh, nah, I need more. You know, matter of fact, I want to be above everybody. I want to be the man. See how they pride? That's the world. You see how they covet their jewels and things. Tell me you can't go out here and get these different jewels for nothing. They covet all those things. Those things are high price. They ain't gonna let you have all these things. But that's the time for you. It says, through your widespread trade, you were filled with violence and you sinned. So I drove you in disgrace from the mount of Yahweh, and I expelled you, O guardian cherub, from among the fiery stones. Your heart became proud on account of your beauty, and you corrupted your wisdom because of your splendor. You see people today, the way they look, they think they all that. They think, nobody can tell them anything. That pride kicked in. People, you can't judge a book off its cover. Someone might look well and good on the outside, but then once you get to know that person, you're like, wow, they pure evil. So don't go off of, what you see. Yeah, that's vice versa. Don't hate somebody and you don't even get to know that person. No, because that person you might think, he's evil or wicked, but if you get to know him, he's the complete opposite. So this is Shatan with his pride kicking in. And it says, by your many sins and dishonest trade, you have desecrated your sanctuaries. So I made a fire come out from you, and it consumed you. And I reduced you to ashes on the ground in the sight of all who were watching. All the nations who knew you are appalled at you. You have come to a terrible end and will be no more. There's going to be a day, see, where Yahweh is going to get tired of it. Judgment day come. He's going to have to sit in that burning lake of fire. And he's going to make him to be a spectacle in front of everyone, like they did Yahshua HaMashiach. He's going to show everyone, he's nothing. See, like I said, he was beautiful. But in that garden, once he transgressed, he was like the ugliest thing out there now. Because Yahweh took away that beauty. Yahweh is going to take away him also and put him in that burning lake of fire where all can witness that. All can see, this is the person that destroyed this world, and this is the person that's going to be destroyed in this lake of fire. So Shatan, it has a twisted mind because, like I said, he warred with him in the heavens. And guess what? At the end, he's going to continue to do the same thing because he's going to gather the people from Gog and Magog and surround the city of Almighty Yahweh and think he's going to take over Almighty Yahweh. And guess what? He's not going to prevail again. Like someone just keeps doing the same thing over and over again, not getting the point. But like I said, no one's going to prevail over Almighty Yahweh. Let's go to book of Ephesians. Like I said, this is a fight, Israel. So he tells you to put on some of the armor of Yahweh. No, he says put that full armor of Yahweh on. Because like I said, this is a fight. Yahweh, Shatan, he's going to fight against you to get you off the path. So Yahweh gives you different things to repel all those things. He gives you even his Ruach. That Ruach is not going to allow Shatan to get into your vessel. If you let his Ruach dwell in your vessel, it's not going to let Shatan penetrate you and act out and do wickedness and evil.
Hallelujah.
Now, Ephesians chapter 6. Verse 10, it says, be strong in Yahweh and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of Yahweh so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Like I said, this is nothing of ourselves that we're going to go out and defeat the devil. No, we need Yahweh. We need his armor. We need his Ruach. It says, for our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. See what you got to deal with, Israel? This is spiritual warfare. And you wonder why you go into the world and you come back drained. You deal with certain people in the world, you get in the house drained. This is spiritual warfare, Israel. This is spirits warring against each other. Yahweh and his people and Shatan and his people warring against each other, trying to get you off the path. But like I said, we can't give up. We can't lose faith. We have to stand strong in Yahweh's name. See, it's going to be more and more dark days coming up. So strengthen yourselves now. Be ready now. So when those darker days come, we be ready to stand tall for Almighty Yahweh and believe that he's going to fight for us. Let's go back. Book of Adam and Eve. And I want to show you. It says, remember I told you at the beginning, the book of the wisdom of Sirach, how he gives man free will. He tells man everything that he needs in order to live, have life. So this is Yahweh talking to Father Adam, telling him, okay, this is what you did. This is the circumstances that you had to go through. It says, for I knew you would sin and transgress and come out into this land. Yet would I not force thee, nor be heard upon thee, nor shut up, nor doom thee through thy fall, nor through thy coming out from the light into darkness, nor yet through thy coming from the garden into this land. For I made you of the light, and I willed to bring out children of light from thee, and like unto thee. But you did not keep one day my commandment, until I had finished the creation and beroot everything in it. See that? Yahweh made you of light. He said you are not part of that dark one. He said you are of me. That's what he told Father Adam. He said, well, he knows all things, right? He said, he even told Adam, I knew you was going to do this. So we can't get over on Almighty Yahweh thinking he doesn't know our thoughts. He doesn't know what we're going to do. He knows what we're going to do before we even do them. He's laid the path for us. So just follow in it. It says, then I commanded you concerning the tree that you not eat thereof. Yet I knew that Shatan, who deceived himself, would also deceive you. See, that's what I said. We can't have our mindsets deceiving ourselves, trying to reason with ourselves, saying, okay, maybe, I'm observing the Shabbat. I'm not doing it all the time, but every now and then Yahweh look over that. We can't say, okay, I'm going to do some of the commandments. I'm going to not kill nobody. I'm not commit adultery, but then you steal from your neighbor. Oh, Yahweh look over that. No, you deceiving yourselves. You try to reason with yourself saying, okay, Almighty Yahweh, he'll look over that. No, he's not. And Yahweh knows the heart of the mind. He knows, okay, you trying to be deceitful. You trying to be just like Shatan. So it says, so I made known to you by means of the tree, not to come near him. And I told you not to eat of the fruit thereof, nor to taste of it, nor yet to sit under it, nor to yield to it. Had I not been and spoken to thee, O Adam, concerning the tree, and had I left thee without a commandment, and thou had sinned, it would have been an offense on my part for not having given you any order. You would have turned around and blamed me for it. See that? Yahweh says, okay, if I didn't give you a command, if I didn't tell you what to do, you would have turned around and said, oh, yeah, that was your fault. I didn't know. You didn't tell me what to do. But Yahweh's telling you, okay, I've given you the commands. I'm telling you what to do in order, if you do transgress, it's on you. That's how, when he tells his messengers, his ministers, he tells them, let the people know about their sins. Tell them. Don't keep it from them. Don't go along with it. No, you got to let the people know. Because guess what? That's off of you now. And if they don't listen, guess what? It's on them. And then when judgment day comes, when you have to stand before Almighty Yahweh, are you going to lie in and say, okay, I didn't know? No, he's going to say, I had someone that told you what you were supposed to do, and you chose not to. So we have no excuse. We can't say we don't know this way. We don't know what to do. No, Yahweh gives you the command. It says, but I commanded you and warned you, and you did fall. So that my creatures cannot blame me, but the blame rests on them alone. See that? It's on you because he told us. He told us what he expected of us. And if we go contrary to that, we do what we want to do, guess what? Punishment comes, and it is on us. Can't blame Yahweh. Yahweh, like I say, he's all merciful. He loves Israel. He gives you everything you need to make it through this way of life. So that's to blame Almighty Yahweh. That's cowardice. The reason why we in this situation right now is because of us, our transgression. You have to admit that. That's what Yahweh wants. He wants you to admit that you have done wrong, that you've gone contrary to what he has said, and get on the right path. Don't keep holding it and saying, no, I ain't do all that. You know, I'm going to continue in my ways. Well, if you continue, guess what? You're going to be sitting in that lake with Shatan. And I'm going to tell you the truth. You don't want to be sitting in no fire. If you can't stand holding your hand above a fire, how do you think you're going to sit in a burning lake of fire forever and ever, tormented? So, like I said, Israel, just listen to Almighty Yahweh. He gives you the command of what to do. No excuse at all. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 30. I'm going to start at verse 19. It says, this day I call heaven and earth as witnesses against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life, so that you and your children may live, and that you may ahava Yahweh your Abba. It says, listen to his voice and hold fast to him. Peace, like I said, he speaks first, Israel. Listen to his voice. Don't ignore his voice and then listen to what Shatan has, because he waiting right there behind Almighty Yahweh. Okay, you give him the command, I'm going to wait till you leave, and then I'm going to sneak in and say something in their ear to make them transgress. No, what Yahweh says first, take that in and take it. Just follow that way. Don't give in to other. He get people, even in the world, to whisper in your ear, tell you different things. This ain't the way. That ain't the name. And if we give in to that, guess what? We're giving in to Shatan. The Yahweh gives you what he wants. It says, for Yahweh is your life, and he will give you many years in the land he swore to give your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Like I said, life or death. That's what he gives Israel. There's nothing before that, in between. It's either life or death. Pick one, he says. But he tells you, choose life. Because you don't want death, Israel. That death is going to be painful. That death is going to be forever and ever. If you suffering in this lifetime, and then you want to get to the next lifetime and suffer even more, that's foolish. We should want relief, Israel. That's what we living for, to see salvation and get relief. Finally get rest from this world. Now, but if we cling into this world, we love the things in the world, guess what? You're going to be fighting to hold on to these things. And you know he says, come out of her, my people. Don't be partakers in her sin. The sins pile up to the Shemayim. Don't follow their ways, because that's what's going to lead to burning like a fire. So, like I said, it's going to be a day where he's going to test your faith. He's going to test you to see, okay, are you really with me when times get hard, or are you going to just fall and give in to the word? Put it out there, the mark of the beast. There's going to be a lot of people that going to lose faith and think Yahweh is not with them, so they're going to take that mark. Just to think, okay, I'm going to get fed, I'm going to get what I need. But Yahweh provides all things. He showed you how he provided for Israel in the wilderness. We can't just read this and say, okay, yeah, that sounds good, and then don't believe it. We had to believe that's what he did for them. He didn't even let the soles on their feet wear out. That's the power of Almighty Yahweh. Even with all the complaining that they did, Yahweh still provided for them. See, that's love, Israel. So, like I said, he's going to test us. Speaking of test, let's go to Deuteronomy. Chapter 13. Because, like I said, there's going to be many people out here that's following Shatan, and they doing Shatan's will. So they're going to seek to get you off the path. They're going to tell you different things, and you should look at them strange if it doesn't coincide with what Yahweh says. If it goes against what Yahweh says, you better look at them funny and get away from them. You know, don't keep listening to people and having a conversation with them and they telling you all the things that Yahweh didn't command. No, you had to do what he says. Now, speaking of the test, he says in Deuteronomy 13, if a prophet or one who foretells by dreams appears among you and announces to you a miraculous sign or wonder, and if the sign or wonder of which he has spoken takes place, and he says, let us follow other mighty ones you have not known, and let us worship them. You must not listen to the words of that prophet or dream. Now, you know, like it says in the last days, there's going to be many false prophets, false messiahs that's going to go out and deceive the very elect, if it was possible, it says. Now, if they have deception that strong that they could deceive the very elect, if it was possible, it says it's possible because the elect is going to be in tune with Almighty Yahweh. They're not going to let that deception get over them. But this thing is real. This thing is nothing to play with. So they doing different. Shatan has power too. Don't think Shatan doesn't have power. You see what he's doing in this earth. You see what he's doing to the people. So if we're not in tune with Almighty Yahweh, we're going to go right along with that. Now it says Yahweh your Abba is testing you to find out whether you love him with all your heart and with all your soul. See? He tested Job. Then he tested Job. You know, Shatan. He gave Shatan, okay, try Job. Because Job, he wasn't a wicked person. He wasn't an evil person. But Yahweh knew, okay, Job, Shatan wasn't going to get over him. So he said, okay, yeah, try my servant Job. See what you can do over him. And did Job bend? Did he buckle? No. Nah, he endured in such a way that at the end, Shatan had to give up. He had to flee because he saw he couldn't get over on Job. And that's Shatan. Shatan, he's going to come at you. But if you resist him, he's going to flee. Not saying he's not going to come back now, but just fight, Israel. Act like you want this. That's all we had to do. If you want to see salvation that bad, you should be able to fight for this. That's the only way you're going to get salvation. That's the only reason you're going to see salvation. If you fight for this. And that says, it is Yahweh your Ba who you must follow, and him you must revere. Keep his commands and obey him. Serve him and hold fast to him. That prophet or dreamer must be put to death, because he preached rebellion against Yahweh your Ba, who brought you out of Mizraim and redeemed you from the land of bondage. He has tried to turn you from the way Yahweh your Ba commanded you to follow. See that? Why does the adversary try so hard to get you off the path? See that? Shatan, Israel. He was kicked out. He's angry. Now he want to take as many people as possible to show Yahweh. See, you don't have as many people as you think you do. But Yahweh is going to have the last laugh at the end. See, it's always going to be a remnant. Say that. It's always in each age. It's always going to be someone that's going to follow Almighty Yahweh. Yahweh ain't about the crowds. He cares less. You know, all I know, in the days of Noah, it was 8 people. Out of all those people on the earth, 8 people Yahweh put in that ark. That's a remnant. And you think he's not doing the same thing to this day? You see it. You know, it's not that many people following Almighty Yahweh. There's not that many people proclaiming his name, praising him. The people, they want to follow the world. They don't want to look strange in front of the world. So they're going to give in and do what the world says. But who cares about looking strange? We want to please Almighty Yahweh.
Yahweh.
That's our focus. Our main focus is pleasing him, Israel. Let's go back to Adam and Eve. Let's talk about Shatan. How Shatan schemes, how he tries to get over, how his mindset is just out of this world. It's just plain deceitful. This says, but Shatan, the hater of all tov or good, thought within himself, whereas Yahweh has promised salvation to Adam by covenant, and that he would deliver him out of all the hardships that have befallen him, but has not promised me by covenant, and will not deliver me out of my hardships. Nay, since he has promised him that he should make him and his seed dwell in the kingdom in which I once was, I will kill Adam. See that mindset? He's like, okay, how you going to give him the right to dwell in that kingdom? I was in there first. You know, I want to be back in there. So his mindset, he's going to get rid of Adam, her mother Hawa, all, so he'll be able to get back in the kingdom. That's his mindset. This says the earth shall be rid of him and shall be left to me alone, so that when he is dead, he may not have any seed left to inherit the kingdom that shall remain my own realm. And Yahweh will then be in want of me, and he will restore me to it with my host. See that mindset? See that? You wonder why the adversary fights day and night to get you off the earth, to destroy you. That's Shatan. He want to get you off this earth thinking, okay, if I wipe out Yahweh's people, then I'm here. You know, Shatan, he's like, I'm here, and okay, Yahweh is going to let me back into the kingdom. Like Yahweh is going to be so lonely. Okay, there's nobody left, so yeah, I'm gonna let you back in the kingdom. No, Yahweh is not going to fall for that. Yahweh knows that he's not going to be back in that kingdom. He can try as hard as he can, but no, he's not going to be back in the kingdom. But that's Shatan's mindset. He wants to wipe you out, Israel. He said, I want to kill Adam. If you look in the book of Adam and Eve, he tried time and time again to go after them. I mean, he even burned, he burned the fire in front of their cave. They were in the cave, and he burned the fire in front of the cave, so they couldn't go back in the cave. So when Yahweh parted the fire to let them go back, he blew on the fire and burned. See how Shatan is? And he take great delight seeing you suffer. Now, they were even outside, laying down in the earth. And he told his people that was with him, Shatan's people, okay, yeah, just throw this boulder off this mountain and make sure it flattened them on the earth and killed them. But with Almighty Yahweh seen that. He's like, okay, go ahead and throw that boulder off the mountain. And what he did, he carved a hole in that boulder, so when it did fall, it didn't crush them. See, Yahweh and Shatan angry with that because he knows if you in tune with him, if you cry out to him, he's going to answer you. He doesn't want you to do that. He doesn't. That's why they tried so hard to take his name out the book. So you don't know the name. The name is power, Israel. And if you don't know who you crying out to the wrong person, Yahweh not going to answer. See, that's why he tried so hard to take away everything from you, Israel. That's why I said this is a fight. Even with Yahshua HaMashiach. You remember Shatan came at him after he fasted 40 days and 40 nights. He did the same thing to them. Father Adam and Mother Hawa, they were fasting. After the 40 days, he tried to come and attack them, knowing that they were hungry, knowing that they needed nourishment. This is, then Yahweh said unto Adam, see that the father of evil arts, who brought thee and Eve out of the garden of delights. And now, indeed, when he saw that you and Eve both joined together in fasting and praying, and that you came not out of the cave before the end of the 40 days, he wished to make your purpose vain, to break your mutual bond, to cut off all hope from you, and to drive you to some place where he might destroy you. See that same things. That's why he said, Yahshua HaMashiach, he put him on this earth. He went through the same things that you were going through to this very day. Exact same things. So you can't say, oh, I'm going through different things. Nobody else has gone through. No, Yahshua HaMashiach went through all those things for us. And this is the beauty of Almighty Yahweh. Yahweh was going to give them 2 figs. And Yahweh put the figs in the cave. But Shatan, being Shatan, he wanted to go while they wasn't looking, take the figs and bury them in the ground so they couldn't eat. But the will of Almighty Yahweh, this is how beautiful Yahweh is. Shatan buried those figs. Guess what? They grew into 2 trees where Father Adam and Mother Hawa can eat them all the days of their lives. See, that backfired. But see how Yahweh is, how tough Yahweh is. Yahweh sees, okay, you're going through something with Shatan. Shatan may throw something your way, but he flipped it around and make it into something good. That should be pleasing to us, knowing, okay, Shatan, he's going to fight us, attack us, but Abba Yahweh, he's going to look out for us and make sure no harm comes to us. He's not going to forsake you, Israel. Let's go to Psalms 83. Psalms 83 talks about how the people come up against you. One verse, chapter 83 verse 4. It says, come, they say, let us destroy them as a nation, that the name of Israel be remembered no more. See how they do? They're going to continue to go at you, continue to try to destroy you, continue to take the name away, continue to make you seem like you are nobody. Uplift themselves and put themselves in the book to show you, okay, you are not the children of this book. That's what they're going to continue to do. But Yahweh and his Ruach and you being his children, you're going to see past all that stuff. That his Ruach, he shows you, okay, his name is Ruach. It shows you, you are the chosen people. You are the nation that he has chosen. Don't let nobody tell you anything different. This way of life, you have to hold on to it, Israel. Like I said, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people still out there seeking Almighty Yahweh and don't know his name, don't know that they are the chosen people. But guess what? Yahweh, when he opens people's eyes and shows you, okay, you are the chosen people, and shows you you are the children, take it serious. Like I said, he can take that away just like that. Okay, you don't want to take it serious. I'm going to close your eyes again. Go back into that world. And I'm going to choose someone else that is sincere. That's it. See, that's what I said. We can't play with Yahweh. We can't just do our own thing. We can't just show up when we want to. I'm telling you. Because Yahweh, he's merciful, but after a while, he can say, okay, you're not taking it serious. You're not doing what I say. Go back into the world. Do what you were doing before, because you take pleasure over that more than what I have given you. So, like I said, Yahweh is not to be played with. All fear Yahweh. Don't look at the world and say, okay, yeah, they don't fear. No, they fear. The demons fear. The demons even know Yahshua HaMashiach. They know Yahweh. They know his name. That's why they fight so much to get you not to know it. How I know this? How they know Yahshua HaMashiach and Yahweh? Let's go to book of Luke and show you how the demons even knew when Yahshua HaMashiach walked up on them. People of this earth, they know the truth now. Don't let them fool you. They know the truth, but they want to flip it around so you don't know. And then if you don't know, they celebrate. They think they succeeded. They have done their job. This is Luke 4, verse 31. It says, then he went down to Capernaum, a town in Galilee, and on the Shabbat began to teach the people. And they were amazed at his teaching, because his message had authority. That's Yahshua HaMashiach. Power. When he spoke, all that was sincere, all that was seeking him, they knew, okay, it was something about this man. Now the others that were following Shatan, those that follow wickedness and evil, they wanted to keep fighting against him. But he had no falsehood in him. He was perfection walking this earth. Now, like I said, those that are true to him, they're going to know. They're going to know Yahshua HaMashiach, that he is real. Now it says, in the temple there was a man possessed by a demon, an evil spirit. And he cried out at the top of his voice, ha! What do you want with us, Yahshua of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Kodesh one of Yahweh. See that? The demons know. See that? And then they try vehemently to get you not to know. It's like, okay, nah, we can't let them know his name. We can't let them know who he is, because if they cry out to him, we are in trouble. Father Adam and Mother Hawaii, they did this time and time again. You know, they They were bonded. They were with each other in the cave. They had to cry out to Almighty Yahweh, all the things that came up against them. And guess what? Yahweh sent his word. Yahweh sent his word to comfort them. Just like he said he's going to send you a comforter to comfort you in all situations in this lifetime. Now, Yahshua HaMashiach said, be quiet, come out of him. Then the demon threw the man down before them, and all came out without injuring him. All the people were amazed and said to each other, what is this teaching? With authority and power, he gives orders to evil spirits, and they come out. That's power. They knew not to mess with this man. See, don't like I said, don't look at the world and the rulers of the world and think, okay, they don't fear. They know time is running short. They know it's gonna be a time of judgment. So they gathering everything they can right now, so they think they're gonna be prepared when he comes. But guess what? When he comes, destruction. He's not playing this time. You know, at first when he came to this earth, he comes to teach, to show the people who to follow, what to follow. But after what he was put under, Shatan got into it. Like I said, it was us that put him to death. And see how the division starts and Shatan gets into the people's minds. That's why I said we shouldn't be fighting each other, different assemblies, saying different things, going at each other. That's Shatan trying to break up stuff. And we falling right into his trap. Let's go even with Matthew chapter 8. And I'll soon be done. Matthew 8:28 says, when he arrived at the other side of the region of the Gadarenes, 2 demons possessed men coming from the tombs met him. And they were so violent that no one could pass that way. Says, what do you want with us, son of Yahweh? Says, have you come here to torture us before the appointed time? See, they knew. Okay, this is Yahshua HaMashiach. Is the time up? They see, like I said, Shatan knows that he only has a short period of time. So they feared it. It's like, okay, is this the time? Is this the time we're going to be judged? It says some distant them. It says some distant from them, a large herd of pigs was feeding. And the demons begged Yahshua, if you drive us out, send us into the herd of pigs. And he said to them, go. So they came out and went into the pigs. And the whole herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and died in the water. See, even the pigs, they didn't want the demons in them. So he's like, oh, no, we'd rather drown than to have these demons in us. Now, it's sad that we are people, we don't fight that get demons out of us. We love to have wickedness and evil into us. We walk around every day doing all types of things that Yahweh did not command. And proud of it. And it shouldn't be. If you say you of Israel, you of Yahweh, get rid of those evil things. Walk with Almighty Yahweh. Seek him out with sincerity. With your whole life, it says. Not some of your life, with your whole life. Okay, so let's go to Yeshayah for my final scripture. This is Yeshayah 50. I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, because Yahweh helps me, I will not be disgraced. Therefore have I set my face like flint, and I know I will not be put to shame. See that? You got to stay stern, Israel. Saying with strength, knowing, okay, I will not be put to shame. Yahweh has my back. I will not be disgraced. He who vindicates me is near. Who then will bring charges against me? Let us face each other. Who is my accuser? Let him confront me. says, it is Yahweh who helps me. Who is he that condemns me? Says, they will wear out like a garment. The moths will eat them up. Who among you fears Yahweh and obeys the word of his servant? You fear Yahweh, Israel? Let him who walks in dark, who has no light, trust in the name of Yahweh and rely on his Abba. But now, all you who light fires and provide yourselves with flaming torches, and you see, even with the Ku Klux Klan, all these people, they want to set people on fire. Shatan did the same thing. Set Father Adam, Mother Hawa on fire. But guess what? They're going to have to lay in that fire and torment forever and ever. See, what a man reaps, he shall sow. So whatever you have done in this lifetime, it's going to come right back on you. It says, but now, all you who lights fire and provide yourselves with flaming torches, go, walk in the light of your fires and of the torches you have set ablaze. This is what you shall receive from my hand. You will lie down in torment. See that? Yahweh ain't playing. See, you do all these evil and wicked things. You torture the people. You go against the people of Israel. Make them suffer. But guess what? You're going to have to suffer in torment forever and ever. You know, you might have made them suffer for a little while. But then when those vessels die and decay, guess what? Yahweh raises those vessels. And Yahweh is well pleased with you all who stuck with him all the days of your lives. But those that fought against you, guess they got a day coming where they're going to be tormented day after day after day. They're going to have to pay Israel. And we should tell the Yah that he is a Abba that's not going to let something go over us. He's not going to look over the people tormenting us, doing all types of things in this world over us. He's going to make them pay, Israel. So, like I said, why do the adversary continue to try to get you off the path? It's because of Shatan. Shatan got kicked out. Shatan wants you to, like you said, I want to kill Adam, to get you off the face of the earth so he can get back in the kingdom. But it's not so, Israel. Like I said, Yahweh is not going to allow Shatan to wipe you off the face of the earth. No, he's going to have his people, his remnant, and Yahweh is going to save his people. Hallelujah. So at this time, that concludes my message. At this time, I ask that we all stand as we go into prayer. Abba Yahweh, we told you for looking over us. We told you for protecting us. All the things, the tactics, the traps, snares that Shatan throws our way, Abba Yahweh, continue to protect us from those things. Continue to even strengthen us more and more as we come to the last days. Abba Yahweh, continue to have us in a mindset to want to do your will. Want to see salvation. Take great delight in this way and know if we follow this to the end of our days, we will see salvation. Abba Yahweh, continue to be with your people that are sincere, those that follow you wholeheartedly. Abba Yahweh, Baruch those that fight day and night for this word, for your Torah. Yahweh, be with your people as we go into the world, as we come in, go out, anywhere that we are in this earth. Abba Yahweh, continue to show the world that we are the true people of Yahweh. Continue to show the people and embarrass those that want to show that they are the true people. Show that wickedness is upheld in this earth. Show this world that wickedness is not going to last forever. But there's going to be a day where judgment will come. And Yahweh, we look forward for your kingdom setting upon this earth and to dwell with you and all the others that strive to the very end to see salvation. In Yahshua HaMashiach's name we pray. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.